it's just gonna be a longer video, and if you're here, you're in for the ride, you're in for the ride. So let's get started. Hey guys, it's Michelle here, and welcome to the Blog channel. It is 2020, and I know that we are all talking about the new things that we're going to accomplish this new year, and I think it's known that with new goals and new drastic changes comes a new lifestyle, comes a new attitude, and because of that I have formed my own goals and my own dreams, but there are some things that I feel like need to be mentioned on this channel that are part of my goals in 2020, which is, you know, to change the world best way that I can. And one of the ways that I think I can do this is by sharing a very personal experience that is really close to my heart. I already had my few tears before starting this camera and starting it now. Coming to you in the most natural way, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my childhood pictures. And why does this matter is because at my age and at my weight and my looks, I was your complete outcast, never part of the cool club for a very long time. I think it's very important to talk about these things because back then we didn't have like social media, and I'm almost concerned about the kids nowadays and people that were my age at that time who are overweight and don't have a place to, you know, kind of see how someone who was overweight, who had a kind of traumatic childhood because of it, is doing now, and how that affected them as a person. And I want to make sure I spread the right message. Sharing this and sharing my pictures from my childhood is a big thing for me. Only my family has seen these pictures. Not even my boyfriend that I'm currently dating has seen them, because it is up until now, in this moment, that I'm able to share it. It's insane. I don't know what the heck, what was in the coffee this morning, what made me decide to do this video, but it's a huge part of my life, and you guys are a huge part of my life. This channel's a huge part, and it's important to share this story and to share how this affected me. I'm just gonna share the pictures now. And this is it though. Last but not least, this will be a longer video than my other videos that are like more 5 minutes, and it's because this is an important one and it's gonna take some explaining to do. It's gonna take some time, and I don't want to do much editing with this one. Want it to just flow easily. Get the parts that are most relevant to you at the moment, and we'll meet each other at the end, and let's get started. Alright guys, this is still very difficult, and I don't know why. I think it's mostly that I haven't shared this with anyone, so putting it on camera is crazy. So I'm gonna give you guys the first one, which is kind of funny because we gave it to my mom for Mother's Day. We were at one of a little kid's birthday party who we love so much, and I was wearing a white dress, and I'm never gonna forget the moments before and taking this picture. We're like inside a tent, and I'm with my sister, and we gave this picture to my mom. So this is the first picture. That's me. That's my sister. And I just wasn't your amazing looking child. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be straight up. Like, I feel like now I look at this and I'm like, oh, she cute. Like, who cares? Like, I'm a child. But I didn't feel good, and I knew when I took this picture, I was like, I don't like it, I hate it, and I don't want to give this to my mom, and I don't want this to be something that she puts, but obviously she put it up because she loves us. I've never shown this picture, and it's just so crazy. So this is just so nice also. Okay, before I show you the next picture, I want to go in and talk. I have like my notes because I want to make sure I give you quality things here. So the first thing I want to talk about is during this time, I want to say I was in elementary school, 3rd grade, when I started like getting bigger and noticing my weight and starting to see people not talk to me as much as like the other students. It was at 3rd grade that I started losing my friends, and I felt more isolated than ever, which is such a weird thing to feel as a kid. And mentally, what I think I went towards was whatever. I don't know why. I think I had somewhat of a guardian angel protecting me because I never really thought negatively. Only now that I look back am I really noticing these things, that I was isolated. But at the time, I just felt like really happy, and I think that came from my mom because she loved me and never said that I was fat or chunky or made me feel uncomfortable. I think if it wasn't for her, then I would feel a little lost, and I love that my mom was always there for me. I was really into Sudoku. I was into just being by myself and having fun by myself. I never felt alone. I always felt like happy and content, which I think is a really big part of like my chunkiness, is I never saw a problem with it, so there was no fixing it. The reason why I actually started losing weight was because I had to go to the doctor for like some sleeping issues. I had sleep apnea, so I was obese. And that's when I said, okay, I really need to lose weight. That's when I started to make the change. And then there's like the negative side of this whole process, which was that there was some times that I became rude and I couldn't stand people, and it was because I got tired of having to be nice and then being bullied, and then I kept being nice and then being bullied. So then I got to a point where I would wake up and just be in a bad mood because I was fed up. I was isolated. I felt like no one really understood me. People took the time to first see what was in front of me. I think there was like an inner like self in me that said, this isn't who you are and this isn't making me happy. What would make me happier is being by myself and playing games and being chill with the world. So that kind of just always was a thing in my life. And now let's show you the next picture. I think it's time. So this is a little cube that my sister got for my mom for Mother's Day. And I remember telling her, why did you pick all the bad pictures of me? And it's like, girl, there's probably, you know, you're a kid, there's probably not like good pictures anyways because you're just running around. But that's me. I think this is a cuter picture. But my sister again, that's my mom and my sister. That's me again. There's like a light. Let me see. And then this is like one that's just terrible. But I mean, it's like, what can you do? So those are all the pictures, and I swear, you guys, I don't know where the other pictures are. I think they're probably saved in my sister's computer because I don't want to see them. I didn't want to see them. If I had them near me, I would, but it was one of those things that I just felt really bad about myself. It reminded me of times where I was angry. It reminded me of times that I struggled to connect with people, and it reminded me up until now maybe reasons why I didn't want to connect with people at school, because I was always afraid that someone would judge me for my childhood. Like I said, you cannot move forward without recognizing the good things of the past. So I'm going to take some time to kind of talk about that because I don't think I said it before, even though I said I was going to. First one is that I became extremely protective of myself. Up to this day, I am protective of myself. I don't let anyone, you know, tell me, which is good and bad, but I think it's pretty good. 2. I don't even know what, oh, number 2 is really cute actually. I understand the misunderstood. I think they see me and I have this like really big compassion right now, and I have compassion because I don't care how you look like. I'm gonna care more about what you're saying and your story, and I have a better capacity than others who didn't have weight issues to understand their psychology behind certain things. So yeah, the next thing actually, number 3, was I connect with the majority, and that just means for me is that there's a very few people that are perfect, and I actually haven't met them yet, but I have an assumption that there's a little bit of everything. That have the perfect house, that have the perfect look, but I can't connect with them at all. But you know, there's a majority of people that don't have that. I connect with them, and I think that is a huge advantage. So, hey childhood, thank you. Oh yeah, number 4 is about myself and my body right now. I'm okay with not being 100% perfect because I feel beautiful in the way that I look, that is not saying that I don't have my body goals as everyone does. I just don't have that like trauma of like, you know, being 100% obsessed with the gym or 100% obsessed with like food a certain way. I feel like I'm really neutral. 5 is cute. Number 5 is basically saying that it's okay to be whatever you want. And I think this is a beautiful message to people who are struggling, because if you don't want to lose weight, don't. Like, keep doing what you want to do, and at the time that you decide that you want to lose weight, then do it. This is about you and you being in control. That's it. Thank you for staying in with my weirdness, my awkwardness. I appreciate the love. Sharing these pictures is insane for me, but I do feel like a big sense of relief. If you guys can leave a comment down below about what you thought, give it a like. I would love to hear your stories and just talk more. I will see you guys in the next video. Yeah, time to say goodbye. Goodbye.